Today I want to discuss principle of drug actions. Drugs do not impart any new function to any system or cells. They only alter the pace of our cells. They only alter the pace of going action. The basic types of drugs actions can be classified as. So friends, I just read the total definitions, but I will mark some things in here that the drug do not impart any new function to any system or cells. They only, here this line is underlined, alter the pace of all cells. Means they just alter the pace of all cells. Alter means they are not impart any new functions, because drugs never produce any new functions, never. But drugs alter the pace of our cells. They only alter the pace of going actions, the basic type. So friends, drugs pace of cells, the drugs alter the pace of cells. They only alter the pace of or going or actions. Means drugs can inhibit, like that. Drugs can inhibit the secretions of the hormone. Drugs can increase the hormone secretions. This kind of job drugs are doing. But you have to remember that, friends, it is not impart of new, it cannot produce any new functions. It follows only physiological logic. It's control physiological signals. So friends, whatever you know, stimulant. Now the classifieds of the drugs are number 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 is stimulant, number 2 is depressions, number 3 is irritations, number 4 is replacement, and number 5 is cytotoxic. So friends, stimulant is enhancement or increasing of activity. Increasing activity means enhancement, increasing of activities means friends, enhancement, increasing, like adrenaline increasing heart rate. One of the example, adrenaline increasing heart rate. Number 2 is depressions means reductions increasing in activity by citrate decreasing CNS, and irritations means non-selective, often noxious, means senna constipations. Example, senna constipations. So friends, whatever we learn, one is stimulant, another is depressions. Another is replacement means use of natural metabolites and hormone in deficiency state. Replacement of natural metabolites and hormone in deficiency state. Another is cytotoxic. Selective cytotoxics is growing in growing parasites. So friends, whatever we have learned classifications of the drugs are drugs actions are 5 classifications. 1 is stimulant, another is depressions, and number 3 is irritations, number 4 is replacement, and number 5 is cytotoxics, and selective cytotoxics in growing parasites. Now friends, now I am coming to discuss a very important topic. This is the receptors. What is receptor? What is receptor? Receptor, the macromolecule or on binding site located on the surface on inside the cells. Receptor to the macromolecules or a binding site located on the surface on inside the cells that recognize the signal of molecule or drug and initiate the response terms. Example, agonist, which activate receptor and give response. Now friends, I just discussed the very important the question, the receptor. I just named the term agonist and inverse agonist and antagonist, but now I want to discuss receptor. Receptor is very important. At first I also read the definitions. Whatever I read these macromolecules or binding sites. Friends, binding sites is very important. This located in surface on inside the cell, surface or inside the cells. So friends, drugs can be located receptors is also called a binding sites. Friends, receptors is also called a binding sites. It is a macromolecules. These macromolecules or binding sites. So friends, receptor is also called binding sites because this word is very important. On the surface, on inside the you will see inside the cells, means drugs can be located surface on the cells and inside of the cells. So friends, it is the very important that where it can be located. Suppose this is a drugs and this is a receptor. If it is located, suppose this is a drugs, this is a drugs and this is drugs and this is receptor. Now you will see this friends, if it is located in here, you will see it is located, it is binding sites. Receptors is binding site, it is the surface, and if it is the under, then it may be underside. Friends, so it is the main problem. Main matter is it can be located surface on inside the cells that recognize the signal molecule. So another line is very important. Friends, what about recognize means identify. Friends, it's identify. This is identify the signal molecules. What is the signal? Physiological signals we can receptor can identify physiological signals, but signal molecules or drugs, means drug signals can identify it. This is this is analgesic receptors are mu1, mu2, mu3. They are different. They identify different drugs. So receptors recognize signal molecule or drugs and initiate the response. Term is agonist and which activate receptor and give response as like physiological signals. So initiate response. Response in here, friends, another line is very important. Response is another factor. Friends, response means pharmacological response. This response is called pharmacological response, friends. And this pharmacological response are two kinds, friends. One is agonist, another is antagonist. Now I discuss agonist. So friends, agonist is which activate receptor and give response as like physiological signals. Physiological signals. So friends, if we discuss the definitions, then activate receptors means activate receptor and give response as like physiological signals, means it is a physiological signals. Another is physiological signals, means suppose activate receptor give response as like, suppose physiological signal is, this is the physiological signals, we say physiological signals, physiological signals. Another is drugs which is also agonist. They are both are same directions, friends. Their signals are also same. That's why it is physiology which activate receptor and give response as like physiological signals. And again I will discuss inverse agonist which activate receptor but produce response in opposite defections of agonists. Suppose friends, this is the drug, and suppose here is agonist is direction is here, and inverse agonist means directions is opposite. It is the agonist, and this is agonist, this is inverse agonist, friends. This kind of, you can see this kind of response they produced. Inverse agonist. And next is antagonist, friends, which prevent the action not agonists or receptors, which prevent the action not agonist or receptors, means agonist and antagonist. If you see, now let's go a diagram. That agonist, friends, you will see that agonist diagram, agonist and receptor conformational change, it is the turn on state. See that the state condition is turn on, means biological response, and antagonist receptors various mechanisms turn off state, no biological response. So friends, we can easily define what is an agonist and what is antagonist. Antagonist receptor which activate receptor and response as like a physiological signals, means biological physiological signals is follow, means a response, it responds biological signals, or antagonist never follow biological signals. So this is the main point and main topic of the pharmacological action and drug actions, principle of drug actions. Friends, this is the very important. I hope that I can clear, and if I have to improve my video, please suggest me. Thank you.